They say the internet is forever, but that's a lie we tell ourselves until the 404 not found screen actually hits. On May 10th, 2026, a massive chunk of the anime community woke up to that exact digital ghost town. AnimeKai is gone, and honestly, this one feels different. It wasn't just a domain seizure. It was a perfect storm of literal fire and legal ice. We've seen sites go down before because of a cease and desist, but AnimeKai's exit was more cinematic and more tragic. It started with a massive fire at the NorthC Data Center in Almere. If you've never heard of Almere, just know it was a physical home for the IBM Cloud Amsterdam 03 region. Imagine years of curated libraries, localized subtitles, and user comments, all hosted on hardware that quite literally turned to ash. The developers were honest about it on Discord. There were no offsite backups. When those servers melted, the database for every single stream went with them. It's the digital equivalent of a library burning down. But instead of scrolls, we lost thousands of hours of high bitrate history. While the fire was a physical cause, let's be real, the legal walls were already closing in. Earlier this month, Vietnam launched Official Dispatch No. 38, a massive enforcement blitz against piracy hubs. For years, sites like AnimeKai, AniWave, and HiAnime operated in a bit of a gray zone, but the Copyright Overseas Promotion Association, CODA, finally tightened the noose. In a world where Netflix and Crunchyroll are aggressively hunting down back-end hosts like MegaCloud, the developers probably saw the fire not just as a disaster, but as a sign. Rebuilding a site at that scale in this climate? It's like trying to build a house in the middle of a hurricane. They chose to walk away instead. It isn't just about free stuff. It's about the memories. Think about the person who was 400 episodes deep into a One Piece rewatch, or the student who spent years meticulously tagging their plan to watch list. For a lot of fans, these sites were more than just video players. They were digital journals of their lives. There's a specific kind of watchlist grief happening right now. People are scrambling to MyAnimeList or AniList. Try to remember if they were on episode 12 or 13 of that obscure 90s OVA they were finally getting around to. The great offline of 2026 is teaching us a hard lesson. If you don't own it, you don't have it. The era of the everything site is dying. We're moving into a fragmented world where you either pay for 5 different subscriptions or you become a master of local storage. It's a cynical shift, but it's the reality. For now, the AnimeKai domain sits as a graveyard. The community is moving on, but the sting of losing years of comments, community jokes, and best girl debates isn't going to fade overnight. If you're currently staring at a blank Excel sheet trying to rebuild your watch list from memory, you aren't alone. We're all just digital nomads now, looking for the next place to call home, at least until the next server fire. It's a lot to process, especially if you had a routine tied to that site. Did you have a massive plan to watch list over there, or were you mostly just keeping up with the weekly seasonal drops?